Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim World number 5. Back again to explore another country. And this time the country is going to be that there, Switzerland. Home of the chocolates and the watches and the cuckoo clocks and the Swiss people. Going to be doing 2 lines on this one. The Arosa line, because that's in the Switzerland type place. And Luzern-Cersei, which sounds French when I'd say it. That's the plan. 4-line runs in both of them. There and back in the Luzern-Cersei because it's only a little one. And that's what we're doing. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get something. A link down there to the Twitch page where you can watch me live on Twitch doing this and all sorts of things. And the link down there to the Discord server. Good evening to Trenty, Nico-y, Ethan-y, Colin-y, Nigel-y, Soft Stuffy, and Gearheady-y, and Nightbot-y. You see what I did there? That was the thing. I have just added timetable mods to both of these. So new timetable type things is going to be the plan. I forgot the line. There it is. Oh dear. What? So yes, 2024 timetable. We're going to do the Allegro. I thought it was a car, which is part of the banana line. So that's the thing. And we'll go the 847 from Arosa to Chur. Going to leave the day on the day that it is. High Tiger Drivery. Doesn't quite work, does it? McBoney. No, that doesn't work either. Austin Allegro. Yes, indeed. With the Quartic steering wheel. Dazzy. I'm going to lose track of this now. It's Allegro. How do you conduct classical? You can't conduct classical music on Allegro unless you've got some musicians in the back. Anyway, let's click start. I've got no idea how the train works because where to Tony last.
Liebe Fahrgäste, das Zugteam der Rätischen Bahn begrüßt Sie im Regionalzug nach und wünscht eine angenehme Reise. Bei Fragen stehen wir Ihnen gerne zur Verfügung.
What?
Allegra. Signore e signori, il personale di bordo della ferrovia retica vi dà il benvenuto a bordo del nostro Regio Servizio per e vi augura buon viaggio. In caso di domande, riferitevi al personale di bordo.
Allegra, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
The train crew of the Rhaetian Railway welcomes you on board our Regio Service 2 and wishes you a pleasant journey. If you have any questions, the train crew will be happy to answer them for you.
Okay. There's no key, so this is going well. The button to put the key in isn't happening. Can I open the doors? No, which means I need to. Anyone know where the key? Is there a key? Is the key? Headlights. We can put headlights on. Probably got power. Or put dimmed headlights. Temperature, tail lights. We don't want those on. Instrument lighting, no. Timetable light desk, no. Rear view mirror, no. We don't want those. I've got a button map to insert the key. What are you? Emergency brake. It's not that. Yeah, I can't open the doors, so this isn't going to start well, is it? There's got to be a button that's like the go button. That's train brake. That's throttle brake. That's cruisy control. Reverser. Pantograph. Hang on, I've got my pants up. Automatic. Reverser. Yeah, I can't put the reverser in. Behind me. There's not a lot behind me. Doesn't look like there's any controls. We open the window. Oh, that's open. That's going to be cold out there, isn't it? Hang on. I know why. Bear with me. I hadn't turned the software on that makes it go. It's fine now. It's okay. It's all right. I put the software on the screen, but you got to press the start callback button for the software to actually work, and it wasn't. I hadn't done that. It's fine. We're okay. It's going to be okay. It'll be, you know, it'll be fine. We're running a little bit late, but you know, it's what do you expect? We'll do the thumbnail now, because otherwise I'll forget. There we go. I was having a drink while the stream was starting. What do you want from me? This is narrow gauge, isn't it? This isn't proper gauge. Oh god, I hope I haven't picked the downhill section, because if I have, this could be quite an interesting run. Right, this place is next. Right, release the brake. We're not going. There's none of the parking brakes off, train brakes on release. There's the key. I've just seen the key now. Reversing forward, pantographs automatic. Why are we going? Right, now can I do the throttles? No. Are my pants up? My pants are up. This has definitely started well, hasn't it? Welcome to Stevie Can't Drive a Train. Thank you, Sim. Right, what are you? You're cruise control. No, we don't want the cruise control, although we could do the cruise control. Oh, I didn't want to whistle, thank you very much, but... Oh god, that was a noise. I am stuck again. It's almost as though we're locked out. And I don't know why we're locked out. Reversing forward, pantographs on automatic. Headlights, not there though. It's not in there. It's not timetable. There's nothing up here, is it? Well, that's what that was. That was a circuit breaker thing. Pantograph, battery, automatic. It's in automatic. But now I release the brake. Reverse it back to neutral and forward again. I could do. Reverse into off. Is that what we got? Reverse or into... It's only got reverse and forward. Yeah, the brakes... The brake isn't releasing. Although it says the train brake released over here. Parking brakes off. Why aren't we going? Is this why I've never done this line? Or should I go and do the train training? In case there's something... Tell you what train are we? With the 3510 thing. Let's go and do the train training, shall we? Would you pretend that didn't happen? It's fine. That was a practice run. I know how to drive it. I'm just going to show you the train training so that you know what it is. It was that, wasn't it? Let's do the training, so you can see it. Not that I need it, because I'm an expert. Just to show you how it works.
Welcome to this training module on the RHB ABE 812 Allegra Electric Multiple Unit in RHB livery. During this introduction, you will learn the cold start procedure and basic operation for this vehicle. Before we begin with the vehicle, we must first adjust the manual junction. Set the manual junction to the right position to proceed.
As opposed to the wrong position. Can't you show us how it works in a scenario? I could, but it's just for your benefit. You get to see it in the snow and stuff. There we go. Climb aboard the train.
Now that the junction is set correctly, open the cab door and climb aboard to get started.
I've just done that. Right.
The first step when setting up this vehicle is to unlock and activate the cab desk.
I can do that now.
Do this by turning the master key now.
Done.
Now we need to power on the train's batteries. Press and hold the battery button until its light comes on.
You didn't tell me that, did you?
Set the headlights to the full position, as this will let others around you know that this train is operational.
Tail lights direct. I think so. It was a battery thing then, is what we're saying. Rear view mirror to 100% as opposed to... Oh, I've unfolded my rear view mirror.
The Allegra is a dual voltage train, capable of using either AC or DC power collected from the overhead lines. Since we are on the Bernina line, we shall be using the DC pantographs located at the front and rear of the train to provide the vehicle with enough power to output up to 240 kilonewtons of tractive effort.
Set the front pantograph to raised. Okay.
For normal DC operation, we should raise both the front and rear pantographs. The middle vehicle has an AC pantograph that can be used on other routes, where it can take... Setting the cruise control to the correct position is crucial for ensuring a safe journey. The cruise...
Shut up. I think I've got it now. It was the battery thing.
Before releasing the brakes, apply a small amount of throttle. You will need to use this technique when performing a hill start to prevent the train from rolling backwards as you release the brakes.
Really? Well, I can't say it's 15% because it won't let me. Fine. Oh, there we go. Train brake released.
The power that the cruise control can apply is limited by the throttle position. For the steep inclines of this route, a higher setting will be required.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we're good now. Okay, now it's fine. I just needed a refresher. I knew that you had to turn the battery on. Of course I knew. What do you think I am? Thing is, we could be going downhill. I don't know which way which way we're going. Whether we're going uphill or downhill. That's not very nice, Trent. Right, so we'll do that again. We're not on the banana line. We want the I've lost it. There it is. Arosa line. Timmy table, Allegra, banana line, 847. Arosa to Chur. Right, let's do this. Were you testing us and you failed? Yes, you're rubbish.
Allegra, liebe Fahrgäste. Das Zugteam der Rätischen Bahn begrüßt Sie im Regionalzug nach und wünscht eine angenehme Reise.
Well, the battery's on.
Bei Fragen stehen wir Ihnen gerne
Front's
zur
up.
Verfügung.
Back's up.
Allegra. Signore e signori, il personale di bordo della ferrovia retica vi dà il benvenuto a bordo del nostro
So,
Reggio
it wasn't
servizio per e
the
vi
battery
augura
thing then.
buon viaggio. In caso di domande, riferitevi al personale di bordo.
Allegra, ladies and gentlemen, the train crew of the Rhaetian Railway welcomes you on board our Regio Service 2 and wishes you a pleasant journey. If you have any questions, the train crew will be happy to answer them for you.
So the battery's on. My pants are up. Front pant is up. Rear pant is up. Hang on, or is this... Is this different voltage? Well, no, because we've got power. So I don't think it's a voltage thing. Otherwise, the train wouldn't be sat there with its lights on, would it? Because wouldn't be getting power. What, the mirrors that you can't see? Did you want the mirrors out, Colin? Is that what you wanted? Fine, just for you. The mirrors you can't see out of, I'll put out. I have a question for the train crew. How do you move the train? But I've done everything now. It said battery on. It's already on. I'll press it again just for the sake of it. My pants are up at the front. My pants are up at the back. Pantograph's on automatic. Reverses in forward. Cruise control is set. Parking brake is off. We'll lock the doors. Right. So that last time it said put the brake on and then release the other brake. Nothing. I'm wondering if it's power, you know. I've just put the middle pantograph up. Different voltage. There we go. It was a voltage thing. Because this is a train from the banana line. It did set me up to fail all along. Right, so I can just control the speed of this now by doing the cruise control. And then even downhill now, it's going to maintain the speed. So dinky. Yeah, so it was set for the front and rear pantographs, and it needed the middle one. So you're going downhill. It would seem that way. So braking at the stations could be interesting. Yeah, well, I'm not touching the throttle really. Well, it is. It's slightly on. But going downhill, I shouldn't need to. So it should just maintain this speed. So quite an easy route to do. I suppose this must be layered in then on this route. So it's not actually the train that runs on this route. It's easy for me. I just got to sit here. I bet it's not very far because it's quite twisty and it's not exactly rapid, is it? We're doing 20 miles an hour. I bet the overall length of this route isn't that much. Well, someone's just got to sit here and look glamorous, haven't they? And then it's me. Look, I can think that, Colin. Anyway, I sent you a DM earlier, Colin. Read it. You can shut up as well. Hey! It's not very nice. Is this the DLC to go to Innsbruck? No. A church thing. But it's not that, is it? Oh, come on. What do you expect? I blame the mods. They haven't done their job. Arosa to Chur, so which means it goes from Arosa to Chur. Oh, my thing's swinging about at the front, look. If mine did that. Well, we're going to Chur. So the downhill bit. I wonder how much of it is actually single track. Because there's got to be points where there's enough space to pass the train coming up the other way. Oh, that's not words. Hang on, ignore that. I put a question mark on there, I shouldn't have done. I wish my thing swinged about at the front. Nearly all single track except at the stations. So the stations are the passing points then, basically. I've got to actually then stop when it when it comes to the station. I was about to say we were speeding for a second then, but the line speed dropped. Oh no, we got a 19 miles an hour speed limit coming up. Definitely quite bendy. Yeah, I should imagine in reality this would be a really nice line to go on because, you know, scenery, being it's quite scenery and scenery-like, and definitely twisty. The banana line. This isn't a banana line. Well, in the snow. Why? It's June. There's no snow in June. Nice girl. Doesn't like snow. If it had been like January, then there would have been snow, but it's June. Right, the station's down. Oh, there's a train in. There's a train in the station. I'm guessing waiting to go up. That's... Hey, hang on, we're going over there. Why are we going around here? It's like we were so close. We were getting closer to the station. Now we're getting further away again. Because it's June. Tomorrow night, by the way, fun with freight. Hauling some military vehicles around in the new DLC. That's either on Preston to Carlisle or Great Western Express. Why are we putting trucks at the back? Because it does cargo as well. F8. F8? Are you just some sort of keyboard Tourette's you got going on there, Colin? Well, this is the only way up and down the mountains, so it does a bit of freight and a bit of passengers. Right, we're 300 yards to the station. So that'll be another couple of hours, probably. Your secret shame. Uh-huh. Oh, hang on. We might actually be getting close to the station. I've got to try and break this thing now. As Thomas pulled slowly into the station. For anybody that watched the Thomas video the other day, by the way, the conclusion to that is going out on the YouTubes tomorrow morning. I quite like that little storyline. And Diesel's not so much of a pillar as I thought he was. There you go. Train's gone off up the hill. We're only a minute late. That's not bad for me, considering the whole, me issue. Yeah, watch the video tomorrow. I saw a different side of Diesel. There was an awkward moment between Thomas and Diesel. So, if you haven't watched it, go watch the first half, and then wait, because it ends on a cliffhanger, which no one's commented on, and then there'll be a second half. Right, Languise. So we've got to bring our cruise control back down a bit. There we go. Oh, no, not 15. It's easy, isn't it? You just set the cruise control and away you go. Go. Oh, more power. Oh god, that feels too fast. There we go. No, it's fine. Wow, this does look good. I'm doing another screenshotty. There we go. That one. So once we've done the 4-line run in this, I'm then going to go and do the other one, Luzern-Cersei, which is the other Swiss route. So I've done, what have I done? I've done England, Scotland, Wales, Switzerland. Did I do Germany? I remember I've done Germany. I'm not doing France, which means we have to do the USA at some point, and Holland. Dutch, that's the one. Sleek looking train. It's quite train-like as trains go. Germany was S-Bahn. I really like the S-Bahn. Our ex-comrade will be on that in the next couple of weeks. I am very jealous. I'm not doing France. I could do France, but not in the TGV. It's only like 3 stops as well, isn't it? America. I don't mind the commutery one in America. That's quite good. I can't drive the TGV. It's impossible. Well, I've done Wales. Did Wales the other week. You're in Switzerland. That's basically France. But it's Switzerland. There's, you know, alpine bells and cows and chocolate and cuckoos, clocks and things. It probably was a skill issue, in all fairness. Never been to Switzerland. Never been to Germany. On more than one occasion, I've tried to drive the TGV. I cannot, even with doing the train training, it is impossible. They've got a sheep section in the carriages in Wales. It's still better going down than it is up. Hello, good morning, householder. How'd you get to your house? You got no driveway. There's no train. Do they have to walk? Yeah, I've got a house. It's 3 miles up that hill. You want your handbrake to fail. What's this structure down here? It is a bridge. Are we going over that? I'm guessing we're going over that. We are going over that. That's quite thin and quite tall. Yeah, I quite like the storyline in Tom's birthday. I never did the the diesel part of it. It is very narrow. We're on narrow gauge as well, aren't we? Oh god, we've got to stop. We've arrived. And only about a minute late again. You know, so we only got the announcement once when we were at that first station, and there's been nothing said since. This is cars outside. What side are we on? Right hand or right hand side? Oh no, people are getting on. They're not scared. You can do it when you B&Q it. So what are these buttons for then? Safety systems. What are those? Cab light. Doors. Your buttons. Vacuum pump, in case you drop your crisps. There's the batteries. What are you? You're ZS. You're the pants. So what were you then? You've lit up now. Passenger lights on. Oh god, that's bright. No, turn those off. Sod the passengers. Oh, locked doors. That's me. Look, if Nico fell over on that bridge, they'd have to get a crane in to lift him out because he'd be wedged in. Right. Oh, yeah, I like the cruise control thing. Just set it and leave it. Even now we're going up a slight... Well, no, we're on the flat bit. When I was on the other one, on the Luzern-Cersei, I'm going to have to probably drive the train. in theory, you don't, once you set the throttle, you're driving this via the cruise control, really. It's very reliant on the technology. I can go a bit faster. Screen if you want to go faster. Oh, mummy. I can't grab my thing. Well, it's 30. 33 then. Well, no, that's not right. There. Yeah, 6%. Because on really steep lines, they use that, which I think they use on the one up Snowdonia. They use like the cog system, don't they? Like a rack and pinion type thing, so that it will just continue to climb using the cog. Whereas this seems to cope okay, even on the way up. Then it will cope okay with a 6% grade. That's quite a bit of attractive effort. Imagine, obviously, before this is electrocuted. They'd have been coming up here with steam. That's quite impressive. Yes, I did say cog with a G. Colin. Another Ickle Bridge. I do like the fact that we're hauling a couple of freight wagons on the back as well. This would be an amazing route to do in real life. I should imagine quite picturesque, but quite challenging in the winter. But one of those routes on a summer's day would just be spectacular. You imagine the engineering that's gone into this, which is why it twists and turns. So it has to double back and stuff to keep the incline. Yeah, we've heard about the Norwegian videos you watch, Simhaven. You can't even say, like, on a hot summer night. It was a Meatloaf song. You can't even say, right, you need to sit on one side of the train, a bit like you do when you go down to Penzance, right, sit on the left on the way down. Because you're switching backwards and forwards, it changes from left to right. Or is it... No, we have been round some right, yeah. So it depends on what side of the mountain you are on as to which side you will be getting the views. If anybody is music thing. Sunday night. What's today? Tuesday. Feels weird not streaming yesterday. Watch the Bruce Springsteen documentary, which was basically about his first tour back after COVID. The man's a legend. I've never been that fussed about seeing him live before, but now I kind of want to. That's a twisty corner. Very tight radiuses. This is radii. I see a train. And we're late. The Swiss won't like it. The Germans don't care, but I bet the Swiss won't like it. Raddy. What, radish? Radiator, as the Americans call it. Right, radiator. No, it's a radiator, dear. That's the train we should have been in, one of those. Is this on Train Sim Classic? I don't know. Possibly. There'll be some news at some point about Train Sim Classic. When I can share it with you, I will. Have I got it installed? No, I haven't got it installed anymore. I think I may have to. Doors are opening on the right-hand side. Nobody seems to be getting on, or indeed off. But yeah, scenery is stunning. It is rather nice. Nice to see you. To see you. Nice. Lock doors. St. Peter Molinis. So bring our cruisy thing back a notch. There we go. Power on. It's definitely easy to drive. You just set the cruise control, put the power on. So you haven't got to touch the brakes or anything until you come into a station. You've just got to trust the system. A bit like those people who got those, you know, cars where you can take your hands off the wheel and it'll stay in the lane. I don't know if I trust that. I like being in control. Might as well put your feet up. Yeah, get the paper out. RD Funk. Not a lot going on with the screen. Yeah, we've had no announcements, have we? I'd have thought there'd have been an announcement, unless it's because I'm in a timetable, a modded timetable that is not announcing things. It just announced the first stop. That's why she didn't know where we were going. Yeah, it's not rapid, is it? I bet this isn't very long, said the bishop to the cartographer. But because it's twisty and turny. Well, no, because it's working as far as the route's concerned, but probably not had the speechy thing put onto the mod, or the speechy thing doesn't recognise the mod. I don't know how these things work. At least I can put mods in a folder. Yeah. Interesting route. I don't know if it's one of those routes that I'd want to do a lot, because it is, you are just going up and down a single piece of track. Very well done. Quite picturesque. I like the train. Oh God, no. Well, so I've got to do freight tomorrow. It's class 47. I think that's standard brakes, vacuum brakes. If that's the step change one, get popcorn. That was a noise. No, it's a 47. 47 replaces a 66. And it's, I read the blurb this afternoon, and it's only on Preston to Carlisle and Great Western Express. Yeah, so get popcorn ready for tomorrow. Which is why it's quite nice. It's a nice chilled one this evening. Yeah, so tomorrow, more of this, doing the freighty thing. What tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Wednesday. I've got confused days of the week. Thursday is going to be what's Thursday? Oh, the bus sim thing. Thursday. Friday night bingo. So if you're around Friday night, join us for some bingo. Saturday night, I think we'll do some ships with a P at sea. We're just like we've got to start again. And then Sunday back on the farm. House, that's a great series. God, you come around there thinking, I'm going to fall off the edge, I'm going to fall off the edge. It's got a bit of lean on it as well, isn't it? Obviously the camera's staying roughly still. And we've got a bit of a tilt going on. That's tilt with an L. I'm actually glad that I've chosen the downhill stretch now that we've got this automatic train driving thing going on. I reckon we shouldn't be far away from seeing another train. We've seen, what, 2 so far? So I don't know what the frequency is. Could you imagine the mayhem it would cause if one of these breaks down? Yeah, it's broken down right in the middle of the single track. Like, okay. Send a rescue train up or down depending on where the rescue train is. Yeah, I've broken down. Okay, right, where are you? On the single track. Yeah, okay. I want a bend, right? Just by a bridge. Okay. What can you see? Trees. Yep, helpful. I'm guessing that's why there's those markers there. So you probably have to keep a memory as to which marker post you've gone on. Or nowadays, it's probably going to have a sim chip in it and be on some tracking software. What if the rescue train breaks down? Send Thomas. What 3 words? Exactly. Yeah, cucumber, daffodil, peanut. That's where I am. Or if you break down in the tunnel and you got no phone signal. Be like, well, it went in the tunnel. No, what 3 words? I know OS references are more precise. I used to use them for work. But I now use what 3 words? Is that, does that change? Does that mark where Richard is at all times? It's definitely quite tunnel-like. We need to do that for the... I think that's not a bad idea for the meetup in September. We'll just say... Because last time we had a York meetup, it was right. Meet outside the coffee shop. Did people do that? No. So I think what we'll do in September is we'll have a what 3 words reference and go... There, that 1 meter square, or whatever it is, that's where we're meeting. You didn't? No, you didn't. You met me off the train. Well, this time, some of us will be there, and Ethan will be on a train near Grantham. Because he's not getting there till 7 PM on the Friday, so we got peace. Which coffee shop? I don't know. It was a coffee shop at York Station that no one turned up to. No, I'm going to find somewhere on what 3 words, and we'll post it for the Saturday morning and go, right, that is exactly where we're meeting. No disputes. We've booked your ticket now, you dimwit. Why have we got a green signal in the tunnel? That's slightly concerning. If you have no GPS, I can know what 3... Do you would have GPS? I'll post a picture just for you, Amy Lou, of like where to meet. Do you want me to draw you a little, get the crayons out, draw you a little map? Oh, it could be for the passing point, I suppose. Yeah, but well, I suppose, yeah. Giving you opportunity to stop in the tunnel. Hang on, you'll be with me, Amy Lou. Well, on the Friday. And you're in the same hotel as us. So we'll all be leaving together. So unless you get lost, meet in the overlapping circles. Yeah, I'm getting chauffeured. Right, we have arrived here 2 minutes late. Oh well. You're going to stop, train? Thank you. You don't understand how what 3 words works. Okay, if that's genuine correct. What they've done is I think it's 3 meter squares. They've covered the whole planet in 3 meter squares. Each of those 3 meter squares has 3 words describing it. No square has got the same words. So you can go on what 3 words, look at where you are, and it will give you 3 words to describe the 3 meter square you're in. So if you're trying to direct someone to your house, you've just got to give them that what 3 words, and they will get to your house. We use it at work for dropping stuff off for deliveries. I'll give a delivery company the what 3 words and say that is exactly where I want the delivery, and there's no disputing it. And I think the app will actually give you directions, so you can put it in your car and go, right, take me to that location. So it's actually a really clever system. Right, I got to wait until 9:28 and 30 seconds. Okay, yeah, I was 2 yards from the red as well. I didn't spot that one. I was looking at the signal further down. Oops, it's fine. Yeah, but we did that with York last time. Meet outside the coffee shop. On this platform, I put a screenshot of the outside of the coffee shop. Did everyone wait there? No. Everyone was just lingering around on the platforms. They had to go and round everybody up. What did we do in London? Oh, London, it was outside the Transport Museum when we did the first meet up in London. And then our London meet point is the Sir John Betjeman statue upstairs in St Pancras, because that's easy to find. Although some people had difficulty. Nico. Right, 4 miles to Chur Outstad. There we go. I found out there's a Eurostar I've got a sale on for certain dates. A single ticket from London to Brussels, £31. Yes, please. I will be taking a random day off or doing a random Friday evening, if I can get the price right, trip to Brussels sometime in the next probably 6 weeks or so. Right, so is this a final stop? I missed my tea. Oh no, Chur, Altstadt and Chur, so 2 stops to go. Yeah, quite a nice route, this one. Easy. Because it is just a case of just setting the speed with the cruise control and then the train does everything else. Well, that's view-like. That's going to appear around this next corner. Yeah, that's a view. As views goes, that is definitely a view. You almost want to see a lake, don't you, at the end of that? You just imagine coming around those corner. Coming around those corner? I missed out a little bit. Come around those corners and just having a really picturesque lake. I actually quite like the audio from the train. I know it's electric and we're just going downhill, but the fact you're in the compressors bleed off, you're hearing the brakes. I don't think this has got its brakes all the time. I think this is motor held, because it wouldn't just be permanently on the brakes. At least I don't have to worry about rolling downhill. Straight out of a tunnel, straight onto a bridge. Someone went, yeah, that's the best thing we can do. That's definitely the best route. So once we get down the bottom here, we're going to switch to the other Swiss line. The banana line's also Switzerland. We've done that. So going to be doing Luzern-Cersei. Banana line's pretty much like this. It's just a single track up and down a mountain. Or up if you're going in the up direction, and down if you're, well, not. I don't have best moments. I'm waiting. The best moment is as a link here. And that was seven years ago. 8 years ago hang on. 3 months time? Yeah, 3 months time. That was 8 years ago. Holy moly. I definitely need to stop doing this. Define best moment. Problem is, no, hang on, I'm thinking. You may have noticed. I'm going to say this. No, I am. I think there was more random moments like that pre-COVID than there has been post-COVID. Not saying that the group of us now are more warped. I've certainly done more multiplayer streams with the group since COVID. But I think for those moments like the Susan clip and the Noodly Boo and stuff like that, there were more of those that were random before COVID because, quite frankly, I was drinking on the streams. So I was more random, and the people that were in the streams back then were probably also drinking on the streams. Meeting you was a good moment, Don Rado. It certainly was. See, we should have got you to York in September. Oh wow, that's a view. Problem is, it's where it is. Well, hang on, it hasn't Doncaster. I thought Doncaster had an airport. Am I wrong? Has Doncaster got an airport? Or was that the one that closed? It wasn't open very long. Roynhood. Robin. Yeah, there you go, because we're staying in Doncaster. So there you go, get your ass over on the Friday, go back on the Sunday, job done. Get on with it. Doncaster Sheffield Airport. Which one is it, Doncaster or Sheffield? We got 13 of us for the meetup so far in September. We're going to lose a couple because that's what happens. It better not be Colin. We don't mind if it's Ethan. So, you know, we can't end up with 13. Because hotel was cheap in Doncaster. compared to York. £42 a night for the hotel. Bargain. Oh, Ethan's going. Never mind. Yeah, but he could be working by then, which means he won't be able to go. So we're holding out hope. You know, he's got 2 days left of education and then, you know, work. It's still a very relaxing route. I've forgotten I was driving the train. You're entitled to something called holiday. Well, you've got to start work first before you get an entitlement to holiday. Some companies won't let you accrue it. They won't let you take it until you accrue it. The airport's not reopening until next spring. Well, don't go there then. So Leeds. Well, Leeds isn't too bad for connections to Doncaster. Seriously, Don, it would be awesome if you can come over. I think September's a better time of the year as well than trying to do stuff at Christmas. Not saying I won't do anything at Christmas this year. We'll see how like you lot affect me in September. I've got 2 weeks off work. I'm going to be bored stupid. I've got to do something. Well, that's enough reason not to go. Locomotion is basically the extra storage for the Rowing Museum in York. So it's all the stuff they can't get in the Rowing Museum is at Locomotion. So it's its own separate little museum basically at Shildon. So we're going there on the Sunday. No, north of York. So we're training it up. Well, we'll go, because we're staying in Doncaster, we'll go straight from Doncaster to Shildon. And then we'll probably aim to leave Doncaster about, I don't know, 3 o'clock, something like that, on the Sunday. There's a river. We're now on the flat bit. Yeah, definitely not a bad little route, that. I think it'd be tougher going up, although it's the same thing, wouldn't it? You'd still set the cruise control. So it would just hold you at that speed going up. In the same way as it holds you to the speed going down. But it'd be going up and not going, you know, down. That's how it works. See, if you're not going up, you're going down. Not going down, you're going up. There's a song, up and down. That's definitely whistly. Archer. Was it Venga Boys? It might have been the Venga Boys. Oh, we seem to be doing some speeding. You remember it being very dancey. Was that not your thing, Colin? Yeah, I was out when it was like Insomnia, Faithless, and all that sort of stuff was on. Oh, probably be nice. Genuinely, Don, it would be nice to see you. You know that. If not, I'm sure we'll do other things at other times. Hang on, was this the route that I tried to get the pacer up the hill? Was it this one where I tried multiple trains to see if I can get the pacer up the hill as far as I could before it stopped? Because this is narrow gauge, they didn't quite fit on the tracks either. That was Banana Line. No, I'm sure it was this. Yeah, it got caught on the corner, didn't it? The corner was too tight, so it got caught on itself. Hey, we're only 10 seconds late. Almost like we're a tram now. Is it wrong, and it probably is, that I'm actually looking forward again this Christmas to doing the Holiday Express? There's something about that route that I love the fact that it looks like a model railway, and I quite like the storyline thing as well. So that will be happening again this Christmas. It won't be long. We're in June already. Scary. And we've got the next iteration of Train Sim World to look forward to before then, and whatever that delights that's going to bring. A Christmas room soon. You buggers hardly used it last year, miserable gits. Show you pictures of your tree, 3 people. Post pictures of what you got for Christmas, 2 people. Let's see what you had for your Christmas lunch, 2 people. Miserable bunch of sods. You wanted a seasonal room, you can want on. Yeah, Ed has posted a couple of times today. He's been kept in hospital a little bit longer, so that they can get him up and walking properly. If anybody didn't know, Ed had spinal and neck surgery. So he's, gone through the wars a little bit. So obviously they can't let him home until he can walk. So it's going to take him a little bit of recovery time. He does live on his own, yes. And he's in an upstairs flat. So that's an issue, because you've got to go in and go upstairs. Being honest, that's my concern. I need to find someone. Because what happens in X years' time when, I'm not as mobile as I'd like to be? No one to look after me. Although there's a guy down the road I thought was dead. He was 3 years older than my dad. And spotted him last weekend, the weekend before last. Still alive, sat on a chair in the front door talking to someone. And Dad would have been 98 this year, so he's got to be 101. Still kicking, still living on his own. So, there's hope for me yet. Yeah, when Mum was in hospital quite a lot, they'd only let her out because Dad was at home. And then, you know, she had stair lift and grab rails and stuff because she wasn't great on her feet. So they might even insist that he gets grab rails and stuff put by the bed, by the toilet. And because he's got to go upstairs, make sure he's got a handrail either side of the stairs. So they might not let him go home until he's got all the work done in his flat. I bet he's missing Jack. So probably, I don't know, 3 weeks time, 4 weeks time, I might give him a chance to rest and recuperate. I will take a trip up to Manchester and see him for the day. Send Ethan up to him. I like him. Why would I do anything like that? No, and Connor donated some money last week. Once Ed's home, and I know he's home, I will send him something. I've got the money there. Send him a bit of a care package. Right, we have arrived at Chur. Done. What? That was 16 miles. And it took an hour. Yeah, Ed's got a couple of sisters that look out for him and will be looking out for him. It's not like he's alone, but he lives alone. Don't forget some grapes. The only grapes that Ed would be interested in is fermented ones. Right, so that was the Arosa line. Now we're going to do Luzern-Cersei. Which is that one, which is the other Switzerland standard gauge line, which I've just again put a new timetable mod in. So the RAB, so we'll do, let's go Luzern to Cersei, 7:42. And then we'll see if we can do Cersei, all we do with the banana line. Wine is grapes. There we go. Look at that. Knowledge from Trent. How do we cope without you, Trenty? Right, reverses in forward. Life is... Don't get carried away. I did like that double-decker train we were on in Belgium. That was camera collisions. That was so cool. Weird sitting downstairs because you're looking out and like people's feet were like by your head. It's like, what? It seems really strange. We've got a mirrors thing here. What are you? Because my mirrors are folded in. Dimmer button. That's Ethan. Do 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 do. Do. No, okay, sort the mirrors then. Alright, so many stops. Luzern, go via Emmenbrücke, Gersag, Rothenburg, Sempak, not Will, Oberkirch, and Cersei. A few stops. See if I can get this thing going first time. Probably not. Trent, just stop or your head will explode. Whose will? He's coming round Saturday. Give him a bush a trim. Oh, look at that. And we're off. We is a going. Oh, we're a long one. We're a double lengther. See, okay, I like Switzerland. Their trains are easy to drive when you got it in the right power. Oh, okay, we got a green. Guess we're waiting for that train there. I should be so lucky, 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 lucky. Where's my thing? There it is. Oh, I've gone too far. Far. And you reach the sky. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, that's quick. Compared to what we've been doing before. It's dark. I can't see. Got a nice big wind. I can't. If I could find the light switch, I would. I can take the pants off. I can't. Can I? Hello? But if I could see, I'd be able to see to put the light switch on. Thank you. What are you? Wipers. There's some switches here that don't mean anything. We'll put the passenger lights on. Right, we'll try and stop at some point soon. Well, a mile. Definitely quite a lot of tracks. And this should be a full timetable mod I've put in as well, so more of the trains, I'm guessing. No idea how this signalling system works, but there was a green light there and it's got green at the top, so we're going with green. Hello train! I'm going to give you a toot. That was a very floating car. And that was a car sunk in the ground. Ignore that. They don't do well with roads, do they? Are we in the Futcherui? We could be in the Futcherui, Trent. Another train. Okay, this is quite busy. Another one going the other way.
Oh, yeah.
Born 98. Were you born in 98? Or you Jason Bourne, who's 98 years old? It's one of those. Thank you for the follow. Right, we've made it to that place. Objective completed. Emmenbrücke Gersang. Luke, thank you very much indeed. 7 of the months. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. Is it Matt Damon? I like the first 2 Bourne films. Didn't they change the person in one of them? Born in 98. And the Jason... See, now look at that. Isn't that clever? That's a mouthful. That's what he said. Born in 98. No, can't try and think of a song reference. 99 works, 98. So you have to change the year you were born. 98 just doesn't work. Near the same age as me. Yeah, I was born in 99. No, not quite the year 2000 yet. Ooh, okay, half the front door on. We'll accept that, considering I'd left it a bit late for the braking. Jeremy Runner. Does he run? Is his name Jeremy? What if he stands still? Surely he should change his name then to Jeremy Stood Still. So I don't think I've seen that one then. Born in the USA, I was... Renner. Well, that's not as exciting as Runner. Hang on, isn't Renner the stuff you take for upset to antacid stuff? Isn't that stuff? Lock doors. Locking door. Renner. No, that's the car. You can't take a car if you've got, you know, acid reflux. Be a bit difficult. Rene. No, that's the guy in Hello Hello. Oh, Rene. Anyway, 0.8 miles from Rothenburg thing. Renault is what causes it. I would have a Renault 5 electric. One of the couple of only cars that are electric that I seriously would go, yeah, I would have one of those, and it'd have to be in green because it looks so good. I've said this only once. Well, the mighty Mondeo's got its MOT in about 4 weeks' time, so it could be new car. You do only need one car. This is true. Right, we're going around the corner then to Rothenburg Dorf. See, this line's already more exciting than the other one because you've got trains coming the other way more frequently, with the frequentiness of the frequent, more of them. Oh, the Honda E. The only problem with the Honda E, and it's been like that since its release, is range. The Honda E had less electric range than the Mini. You've only got one car. Hang on. Is Nico down to one car? The world's broken. They don't call him Nico 3 cars for nothing. Yes, Trent. The range, yeah. He had 3 cars at one point. Now he's down to 1, like every other human being. The wrong car. Considering he has to travel an hour to work. 2.5 litre V6 petrol. Yeah, because that's a great commuter car. You're such a dimwit, Nico. Yeah. Or Arthur Two Sheds Jackson. Right, 1 mile to go to Rothenburg. You'll get to see his pimp wagon, unless he's changed it by then, in September, Colin. This is Nico. He changes his cars, you know, quite often. That's it, Colin. Oh no, Colin's going to be there. We've got a plan in place to get rid of his nerves. I'm not going to say anything, but there is a plan in place. Oh, especially with his clothing. Trousers that are too big. In fact, when we met him in Matlock, he looked like a homeless man. Yeah, but we'll all be there before you, Ethan. At this rate, I can see me... No, I can't I? So I'm going with bloody Richard. Damn it. So I could have seen me doing the early check-in, but I can't now. We could be clubbing. What, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? You can get... Oh, I like a mint club. Hey, I'll have a few sherbets if you do, Colin. I had a few last time, actually. What was I drinking? The Boddingtons? I was drinking some sort of bitter. One AM. I think if I did 1 AM, I'd still be awake at 6. I was in bed at 9:30 last night. Oh yeah, because then I got told off for drinking too much, didn't I, by Trent? Sempak Nieuwenkirch in 3 miles. So let's increase the speedy limit thing. More power. Oh, gone too much. I've gone too... Not enough. No, now it's too much. God's sake. There. Right, go. God, it's the fastest we've been all night. See, it's the sort of train we should have over here. Loads of people. Looks funky. Don't know why there isn't more of that, unless there probably is. Why there isn't, like, the same trains as you get in the UK in Europe. Surely from a cost point of view. I know they do their own individual tweaks on it as far as, like, seating layouts and traction power and stuff like that. But surely the body, we have this type of train. Is it? Well, there you go. I knew that. I didn't know that. And we're sure to be arriving at Sempax Nuremberg Platform 2. No, I did. I was just trying to, you know, educate you lot. I was going to do my continuation, my entertainment stream today at work, but got busy. Not happy. The flirts are on the Great Eastern Line. What's so great about the east side of the country? Like Norfolk's over there, and Norwich. They're all related to each other over there. Oh, Colin. Oh, Colin. Are you thinking now of a little knight on a horse spinning round on a little plinth? I bet you are. So you're also 26, Colin. No train-related questions this week. Well, no, it was, I don't know why I did them last week. I was just in one of those moods. Is that where I live? What, Norwich? Have I been to Norwich? I don't know if I've been to Norwich. Is Ethan on like a 35-minute stream delay or something? I'm going to see what my stream delay is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds. Okay. Ethan's on McDonald's Wi-Fi. That sounds about right. Not Will. Well, yeah, if you're going through your Xbox... and then typing on your PC. Oh no, he's got, you know, trains going in and out of New Street on his laptop. And I've said to him about connecting the laptop to the TV as well, using it as another screen, but you know. So yes, I am still working on the entertainment stream. I've got to change. I've got to remove a couple of shows because I can't find decent YouTube videos, I wanted to showcase, right, the Grand Tour, not the Grand Tour, Clarkson's Farm. Every video showing you like the preview of Clarkson's Farm has got bloody music over it. So I can't do a video previewing Clarkson's Farm because I know it'll get copyright strike to hell because of the music. Not that I'm going to put adverts on it when it goes on YouTube, but I'm like, rah. Yeah. So I think there's going to be the shows that I can do, and then at the end I'm just going to list the shows that I couldn't actually put a video out on. I've got the format worked out. Today I was going to go through and list the shows that I want, so Saturday I can then sit down and just plonk it all together. But I got busy at work, which is really annoying. I could actually go faster than this, but I won't because we've got to stop in a mile. And we're late anyway, what does it matter? So yeah, tomorrow night, Freight. The new military cargo pack that releases on Thursday, I'm previewing tomorrow night. It's going to be on Preston to Carlisle and or Great Western Express. I think I'll probably do it on Preston to Carlisle, because I think that might be a more interesting route than going from Reading to, well, it won't go to Paddington, will it? So it'll just be a bit of the Reading to probably North London line. And stop. Yeah, we're 2 minutes late. It's fine. There's a lake. I see a lake. It's quite lakey. How do I view that one? Up and over. Oh, that's definitely quite lakey. That's a big one. Can they make their disabled spaces a bit bigger? I don't think that's obvious. That's the size of the car. That's the size of the disabled space. I think they've got the disabled space scaling a little bit wrong. Just saying. It's a very wide river. That's not big enough. That's what he said. Oberkirk. Oberkirky. Watched a YouTube video last night. I was bored on YouTube. Watched a video giving a tour of a yacht that had a helipad on the back of it. Then ended up watching a video of like a big American, like, it's almost like a static caravan we have here, but it was bigger. And it had like an upstairs and stuff. And ended up watching a video on that. And I was like, yeah, this is how bored I am. That's quite rapid. I'm going to have to start slowing down already. I watched the first episode of the next season. Yes, back in the bookshop. I shall continue that at the weekend. Lawn mowing is on the agenda for Saturday, and then some episodes of that on Saturday afternoon. Have I mocked your freight train thing, Amy Lou? No. I've watched some of those because there's a few of them where the train runs through the centre of a like a town, so that traffic stops and then the train trundles through. I did put one of those on once and just was hoping that the train would come through. I didn't actually think to go on the internet and see what time the train was due, but Cersei is next. No, but the train runs down the middle of the street. You don't get that much here. And we're talking American freight train running down the middle of the street. Send him a link, Amy Lou, of a train going through, and he'll see what we mean. They run in the middle of those massive highways. Don't you dare. Don't do it. If you mention Antelope Valleys, the disaster. God, that was a disappointment. I think of all the routes that we've had for the Train Sim Worlds, I think that's the biggest disappointment. That was just dire. That was a nice sort of route, that. It's almost one of those where, a bit like some things in life, it was over too quickly. Right, so do we do a little bit of the banana line so then we can do all three of the Swiss routes? I think we should, really. So we've done Arosa, we've done a 4-line run on Luzern-Cersei, and then we do a bit of banana line. Which I think will probably be in the same train that we were in earlier. That's handy, I know how to drive that. Objective complete. So that was a whole 16 miles. They're not exactly long ones this evening, are they? Right, banana line then. Banana line. Banana line. Right. It's because I didn't do a thing for the banana line. Banana line. Timmy Table. Allegra. Drive its northbound service to Ospizio Station. See, it's a long one. An hour and 43. That's a long one. Bananarama. We'll do 20 minutes or so of this then. So at least we've done a bit of the banana line.
Allegra, liebe Fahrgäste. Das Zugteam der Rätischen Bahn begrüßt Sie im Regionalzug nach Alp, Grün, Cavaglia, Poschiavo, Le Prese, Miralago, Brusio, Campascio, Campo Cologno, Tirano und wünscht eine angenehme Reise. Bei Fragen stehen wir Ihnen gerne zur Verfügung.
Right. Pants are up. Oh, that's nice.
Vi dà il benvenuto a bordo del nostro Reggio Servizio per Alprum, Cavagila, Poschiavo, Le Prese, Miralago, Brusio, Campascio, Campo Cologno, Tirano e vi augura buon viaggio. In caso di domande, riferitevi al personale di bordo.
Allegra, ladies and gentlemen. The train crew of the Rhaetian Railway welcomes you on board our Regio service to Alp Grum, Cavaglia, Poschiavo, Le Prese, Miralago, Brusio, Campascio, Campo Cologno, Tirana, and wishes you a pleasant journey. If you have any questions, the train crew will be happy to answer them for you.
She sounded very English, didn't she? Tirano. Oh, if you have any questions, the train crew will be delighted to answer your questions. They can be found at the back having afternoon tea. What? I know, we need to get the most English person we've ever met to do the announcement for people that understand English. My question is, can I have your number? You can't flirt with the train woman, Trenty. Is Trenty, they're causing a bit of a twitch thing going on, Trenty. Right, Alp Grum. Right, so let's set the... No, let's set the thing to speak. There we go. Right. Brakes to release. That to go. And we're off. That's a view. Horse walks into the bar. Barman says, "Why the long face?" Oh, look at that. Now, this is one of those situations where you would want to be sat on the right-hand side of the train, wouldn't you? Anyone fancy a trip to Switzerland? Because you can imagine being on this line. I'm not a train person, you know, not weirdo. I'm not an Ethan. But can you imagine how nice this would be? Get a job. You said that the other day. You can't recycle jokes. That does look nice, though.
Yes, me, I have no money, lol. Hi Steve, how are you? 38 months already. This is entertaining and fun. Oh, and yes, Ethan, find a job and better jokes.
Exactly. Thank you, Colin. Colin? No, Connor. That's Colin. Connor. Or say thank you, Colin. I don't know. Connor. Difference. Yeah, thank you, Connor. 38 of the months. You're welcome. Didn't do anything, he says. I've got Colin on my mind. I got Colin on my mind. What's the song? Nope, can't remember it. Oh, that's out into the brightness. I'm slightly speeding now. No, I got Monday on my mind. I know the tune, but I can't get it. Anyway. Colin was the last thing on your mind. Well, he messaged me, so I saw that on my phone. Georgia, Georgia.
In wenigen Minuten erreichen wir den einzigartigen Aussichtspunkt Alp Grüm auf 2091 Metern. Mit Sicht auf den Palü-Gletscher und den Piz Palü. Hier eröffnet sich ein herrlicher Blick über das Puszlaw, das Val Poschiavo. In der Ferne spiegelt sich die Wasserfläche des Puszlawa-Sees.
Pochi minuti raggiungeremo l'esclusivo punto panoramico Alp Grüm, che a 2091 metri offre una vista del ghiacciaio del Palù e il Piz Palù. Qui si apre allo sguardo una magnifica vista sul Puszlaw da Val Poschiavo. In lontananza si specchiano le acque del lago di Poschiavo. In lontananza si specchiano le acque del lago di Poschiavo.
In a few minutes, we will reach the unique viewing point of Alp Grüm, which, at the height of 2,091 meters, looks over the Palü Glacier and the Piz Palü. Here, a spectacular vista opens over the Puszlaw, the Poschiavo Valley. In the distance, the waters of the Lake of Poschiavo are reflected.
That was a lot of announcements. And no, Ethan. That was definitely a lot of announcements. Like, what? She is the poshest sounding English woman that you're ever likely to hear in your life. I wasn't paying attention. Couldn't you say it again? Well, tell you what, Colin, fly to Switzerland, go to this route, start at where we just were, and then see if the announcement is that, and then report back. Maybe Connor, and possibly to the meetup as well. We'll shortly be arriving at Alp Grün. There's definitely a theme to these Swiss railways. They'd like you to go slowly, and they like you not to be in control of the train. Not a hope in hell, Connor. Hang on, if this is saying the height this is, we just come down to the station. So we were higher. Yeah, all right. Stop. 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 Got to put the train brake on. Right, let's... Excuse me, can I... Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Out the bloody way. Gonna have a look at this view. That's quite view-like. And oh, there's the glacier. So where have we got? Oh, it's they're close together as twin tracks. Ow. That is quite cool. Baldy! What, the Fox's Mints advert where he stood on nothing? Because the mint is so... Oh, these are like Fox's Mints. They were very minty. You really are old, aren't you, Colin? Wait until 8:50. Right, stop at the passing loop. Oh god, this could be interesting. That's definitely a tight radii. Limey. You can see why the up and down tracks are so close together now, can't you? Because of the curve. That's... oh, bloody hell. That's definitely a lake down there. %7 incline. It's quite inclining. Well, that's what these are, snow tunnels, aren't they? So that if the snow does come down or an avalanche comes down, it won't block the track. It will go straight over the outside of these. Only on the bit that's covered by the snow tunnel, though. The rest of it, the snow can fall on that. It's fine. Yeah, we're now getting further away from the passing loop. I like a bit of engineering. I like a bit of architecture and things like this. The engineering that goes into things like this, which is apart from, you know, obviously HS2 is a thing. There isn't much like this going on now. You know, the initial idea of, I know, we'll put a railway up the Alps. It'll be fine. 7% grade, trains can cope with that. And what have we got in the UK? The Lickey Incline, where steam trains used to have to get pushed. And that was what, 2.5%? Doesn't hold very many people though, does it? It's not really a high capacity route, I suppose, unless in tourist season. That's probably a lot of people. Right, we're 400 yards from the passing loop. I don't know if we're getting closer to it or whether we're actually getting further away. We're only 500 yards from it when we left. We'll probably get to the next station and then we'll end. That's definitely some twisty-turny. Where have we come from? Up there? Guessing we got to wait here for something to come the other way. Oh, but why did it stop me here? What was the point of that? Okay. No one told me there was a red. Right, there's a red. I wonder why it stopped me there. Thankfully, it saved it there as well. So we're there. Where's the train coming the other way then? There. Ah, but you know what we can do? If I could actually click. Thank you. Speed up time. And then wait for that train to come round. Where was it? I've lost it. Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's obviously below me. No, I said below me. Alright, back to 1 times now then. Are we all set for... Yeah. So once that train comes round and we're allowed to go, we'll go to the next station then we will endeth. Yeah, quite an interesting little bit of time in the Switzerland. Not bad. I don't know if any of them are routes that... I didn't mind the Luzern-Cersei. I think that's one, if you want to do a little 30-minute commute type route, you jump on and off that. This is okay. Same with the first one. Good to do every so often, but I don't think it's one that you keep coming back to for, like, repeat content. Oh, that's different. So that's one of these, but with 3 carriages on the back. Right, down we go. It is. So we've got further away now. So it's over there is where we got to go. So we're going to get further away. Go round the loop. And then come back again. It's definitely a steep gradient, isn't it? 7 degrees. Yeah, we are getting further away from the station we want to stop at. You'd think in any other route, like, a mile away, it'll be stopping soon. No. We're still about 5 minutes away. So now we should get closer to it. Now I think we've got another loop around. And I can see why it's holding us at 18 miles an hour. Obviously with situations like this, if it requires more people, so at busier times they can't put more trains on because you're guided by the single track and the passing points. So in those instances, like that train going up, they probably at peak times will just shove 3 extra carriages on because they can't put another train on. So you're limited by speed, you're limited by single track, so there'll only be a certain amount of trains until technology of the trains may be improved, but because it's narrow gauge as well, I don't know if that limits you. I don't know if the trains are physically much narrower. Mountains do have peaks. I'm not as stupid as Ethan looks. So I'm guessing this isn't a standard width train on a little tiny set of wheels, is it? Because that would look ridiculous. Definitely easy from my point of view because I'm just doing nothing. I've just set the cruise control And there's no speed regulation to do at all. Right, so where we're going, we're now heading back towards again, despite the fact we just got further away from it. In there somewhere, I think it might have been on a QI episode, that there's a station, there's a you know, you get a rail replacement bus. There's somewhere in some, I want to say like Switzerland or something, or Austria, where there's a train, no, a bus replacement, no, a train replaces a bus, basically, that having some road resurfacing done between two villages, and there happened to be a little narrow gauge railway, and that replaced a bus. But in, again, Austria or Switzerland, once a year, where they do work on the train line that links, like this does, up a mountain between two villages, a helicopter replaces the train. So instead of getting a train, you get on a helicopter to go between the two villages for like a week once a year. Yeah, rail replacement copter. Because they do engineering works. And it takes like about 40 seconds to get between.
Nächster Halt, Cavalia.
Prossima fermata, Cavagila.
Next stop, Cavalia.
I watch QI every night when I go to bed. I work my way through. They're all on BBC iPlayer, QI XL. So I start from the very first one, and then every night the TV goes on a 2-hour sleep timer. So I go to bed and inevitably only watch about the first 10 minutes and fall asleep. But I'm working, I think I'm on L, Series L, and then I get all the way through to the current ones and then start all over again. Sometimes bits of information stays in. If I wake up like I did the other night, at like 2:30 in the morning, I don't do silence. I can't go back to sleep because my brain starts going overtime, the joys of being a depressive. So I put the TV back on. So at 2:30 in the morning, I'm there half asleep trying to put the TV back on to put an episode of QI back on, and then probably within about 20 seconds fell back asleep again. But yeah, they're all on the iPlayer. There we go. There you go, a rail replacement helicopter service. Right, what we'll do is, because of God mode, what I can do is I can relinquish the service. And the AI is going to take over that service. Ah, so you can't watch QI. Yes, I have my TV license. Come on, train. It's more than that. Oh, was Mummy explaining to you the bills and things that you're going to be contributing towards once you start working? Yep, you have to pay your share of the council tax. Yes, welcome to the joys of adulthood, Ethan. Yeah, I could probably look on my phone to see what it came out as. Oh, no, not that. Main menu. There we go. So, yeah, 3 of the routes then in Switzerland done. Quite enjoyed those. We'll have to work our way back for the countries. Done England, done Scotland, done Wales. I don't know if I did an exploring Germany. Certainly done exploring Switzerland. We'll have to explore America. We'll have to explore Holland and Germany, not France. And then who knows where in the world we're going to end up with Train Sim World 6 when that comes out. But I will be doing it when it does. So there we go. Tomorrow night, back doing some freight. The freighty stuff in, I'm guessing it's going to be West Preston to Carlisle. Oh, there we go. Heysham Harbour. We might just do one of those. Actually, that's 2 hours. A local crew has brought this train out from the MOD site. You're now rostered to get it going on the long journey south. Glen Douglas MOD to Bicester MOD, but it's just Preston to Carlisle. So maybe we'll do one of those tomorrow and see how we go. That is the plan. So there we go. So thanks to Uline Chat for keeping me company for the last 2 and a bit hours. No one in voice to thank because I'm here all by myself. And tomorrow, yay! Back with idiots though on Thursday for the bus. Friday night we're playing bingo, which you can join us for. I haven't gone yet, Trent. Saturday night, I think me and Trenty, because no one else has got it, doing some ships at sea. Sunday lunchtime back on the farm doing some farming type things, and then back next Tuesday with more things. So there we go. So thanks you lot for keeping me company, and to these people as well. So thanks to Born98 for following, Luke and Connor for resubscribing, Simhaven for the bits, and the moderation team did, well, not a lot, some playing around with some commands. That's about it, really. So thank you very much. I'll be back tomorrow night then to do some more trains in the freighty type stuff. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to watch Thomas tomorrow on YouTube. Go and watch the first one. Cliffhanger. Seriously, there's a cliffhanger. Just watch the last 5 minutes of Sundays. I love the fact there's a cliffhanger. Catch you tomorrow.